Wow, sorry about that, guys. Hey, Tosin, thanks for telling me. I did not know. I did all that talking, walking this up, and you guys didn't hear anything. I am so sorry. Basically what I was saying was on this pullback, I thought it was pretty good risk right here to try to push just to the upside. Wow, sorry about that, guys. That's what happened. I did all that talking, walking this. So I was pretty much saying this was a good risk right here to take it here, and that would have been your risk if that 77.25 bounce. Look for the bounce here on this pullback. We need this support level to hold to push higher. Take this trend out. I think we start pushing pretty hard on that. So far so good. Currently, I still don't see a good trend to put on it yet, but what we can do is start putting limit orders up on that.
Urban T getting a pop here, 257.
So as for limit orders, let's start walking this one up is what I'm trying to do here. Extremely, like, real strong this morning. Let's turn this off so I know this is just a pullback level I'll be looking for. The pullback out level I'll probably be looking for is 78.50 on this one if it does pull back. So let's set that real quick. Looking pretty good this morning. Start scaling out, guys, right off this break, and then let the rest play out if that's what you guys are trading. Just be extremely careful here. Nice little profit in the morning. That's a 1 point move. You can't complain about that. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, just watch it, guys. Don't let this get away from you guys. Market still hasn't broke out yet. That's what I want to see, is market to break out. If market break out, you can possibly get continuation on this one, or you probably pull right back into the 75.50 level. Not sure what will happen, but let's just see. Wanted to let it hold here. This is yesterday's highs, very key level. A lot of resistance right here. If you hold it, we can possibly start pushing on this right into the 79 is at 93 level. 79.93 level would be the next level I'll be looking for on Square. Again, Apple pushing towards that 197.31 level. Has to break that, and then you get more upside. There goes Nvidia. Everything pulled right into support, held support, and pushing back up. I did do a review last night because I was testing out the mic of levels. If I thought that would be important if we did get pullbacks. If you look at the SPY, one of the levels I mentioned was that 283.23 level. We pulled right into it. It held and then pushing higher. Netflix is currently struggling at the levels that I spoke of, but once it reclaimed those levels, that will also push as well. So again, guys, start scaling out, take some profits. I am taking profits again on this real quick. I am happy with those profits. Won't let that get away with me. I am all out on the equity side, again, now we just let our option contracts work out for us. So not a bad morning. You guys still can't hear me? Am I? Hold on.
Freddie Mac, March forecast for lower than expected mortgage rates and house price moderation to help spring home buying. Lower GDP growth rate forecast for Q1.
I don't know what's going on. Why can't you guys hear me? That's crazy. I know I was hearing it, but I don't know, unless something went out on me. But okay, guys, can you guys hear me? Can somebody let me know? I can't see anything. I can't tell.
Twitter are spiking here, $74.
Okay, they can hear me. All right, so okay, guys, here it goes. All right, so with this square, we pretty much know the levels now. I'm done with this. So I told you guys, once I get through with my scalp on equity, I don't mind flipping around. So let's start flipping around because I know people are in other trades. Whoever tuned in, I don't mind flipping now. I'm more relaxed at this point now that I took that size off the table. Apple, let's talk about Apple. If Apple breaks this level right here, which is the level I was telling you guys look for, 197.31, needs to hold that for more upside. If you can possibly push, I think, towards that 200 level. What was it, 205-ish, whatever, almost 205, whatever that is, pretty close. That's what you want to look for. Key level right here on Apple. Take that out, you get a nice little push right into the 210 area, I think. But for now, just still has some work to put in. Nice little range on that Apple. What you can do on Apple now is kind of parabolic. Look for a pullback on Apple as well. Let's set that level. If it can't hold that level, Apple can possibly pull right back into. Let's put that in real quick. Edit properties.
Positive analyst mentioned on Twitter.
Turn that off.
Hitting $100 now.
Can't trade that Twitter. I should have did Twitter with that. But it's cool. Square did me pretty good. That was a point this morning. Not upset about that. If Apple pulls back, look for a pullback right into that 196.58 area. I would say 196.58. 196.58. Let's put you there for now. So if it does pull back, probably pull right into this right here. You want this level to hold up to push higher. It's just be a little correction off this nice little parabolic move out of the open. So let's see what happens there. If you look at Square, good exit on Square. Happy we did get out on that one. That's also pulling back. This is why I take my money on the equity side, because that would have been me giving up a nice chunk of my profits this morning just off this pullback. So that's why I got out on that pop. So that's pulling back right into the 76.50 level. Let's see if that holds. Let's go across the board. Facebook, nice pop out of the open. Nvidia did pull back already, tested that level of support, no longer extended on Nvidia. Now what you want to see is to start curling back to the upside and take out those levels to the top. As you can see, pretty much had that charted out this morning, pulled right into it, right into that support bounce. That's the support I was looking for on Nvidia. It pretty much bounced, needs to take out this level. Currently pulling back right into support, needs to hold that support or you get a pullback more. Let's just go ahead and slap that support level on that one that we're looking at, and then we have something to gauge it off of. Edit properties. The pullback level is currently testing it, which is 183. What is that? 61, which is breaking right now. You don't want it to break that. If it breaks that, you probably get a little bit more of a pullback. Let's turn this off. As you can see, it broke it, which is this level right here. It's breaking it. Now you get more of a pullback. If it continues to pull back, look for that support level of 183.21. Don't let it give up that 183.21, which is right at it right now. This is the 183.21 level. Need to hold that. You'll reclaim this area and then see if we can get a nice curl on that. Apple still pulling back. AMD still in correction mode, breaking the key level on AMD. I wanted AMD to hold that level to get more upside. Currently breaking that level. If it continues to break that level, this can get a pullback towards that.
Manufacturing.
Turn this down. If that continues to pull, look for a pullback towards that 2681 on AMD. If it has fine support, if it can't hold this level, it needs to hold this level for more upside. Now I'm currently creating a higher low, which would be, let's put that on, something that you can watch on that. Don't want it to give up this level right here. This little trend right here, you need to watch this trend. If it holds this trend, this can start grinding its way back up. If it breaks, I think it breaks and head back down towards that, zoom out a little bit here, towards that 2681 level on AMD. So that's what I'm looking for. As a swing wise, Ryan, I am in Nvidia, Apple, and Square swing wise. Nvidia, I'm playing Nvidia off of that AMD news through AMD news. So I took Nvidia on that. I was swinging AMD and then got out a little early after that news came out, which I was a little upset. So I just decided to keep Nvidia. I think Nvidia should push towards that 190 level, 190.11. I forgot what it was I was looking for on that. So I'm swinging that. I have the 6, what was it? The 6 June. I can just look at it. Why am I doing all this guessing? Let's go to positions. I think this is loading up. Nvidia 621, and I'm in the 200s on Nvidia, so I'm up pretty nice on those. Looking pretty good on those. I also just rolled up into the 621 260s just to make sure I make some more if I decide to kill that those 200 contracts. So those are the ones I have. Which one on Nvidia, the strike that I have is the 621. I got the 200s and the 260s. I've been in those for a while. The 260s I just picked up like 2 weeks ago once Nvidia broke out. So those are what I have right now. They're up pretty nice. Market is pulling back, guys. Watch these pullbacks. Can get pretty nasty. Even square pullback can get pretty nasty here as well. Market can possibly, it was actually testing some support right here. We can pull that up. I'm watching SPY. I'm watching the futures and stuff like that, and watch these pullbacks. They're giving up some key support levels. Come on. Guys, please, I don't know what's going on. Look at this. It's just doing everything opposite from what I'm trying to do. Is my battery going there? Enter. So here's on SPY, like SPY is breaking this level right here, right? Once it broke it, I think it will have room all the way back down to this 281.87 level. Is what I'll be looking for on that. See if you can find some support there. If you do find support, see if you can start getting a curl on SPY. Yeah, that can be a nice little pull. That's why I was saying we can possibly get some nasty pulls here, and that's what I'm looking at. SPY is one. If we look at some of the futures, that's actually, let's see if futures can probably help us out here. If that breaks that level, that can also cause a nasty pull. With SPY pulling, it has room there. I just showed you guys that, but what I'm looking at the futures is this level right here. Want to see it hold this level. Pretty same. So that's what I'm watching. We couldn't hold that level. Once that level broke, this is what I was looking for as support. If this cannot hold as support, then we can get a nasty little pull. This level needs to hold here. So far it's looking pretty good. If that level can hold, we can probably start getting some basing on SPY and some other things as well. Looking across the board, we are just getting pullbacks on everything, and that's why we got this nasty pull here as well. If you look at the Qs as well, it's also pulling back pretty nasty here. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Well, as you can see, there it is. So see if that can base. If that can base, that means futures can probably hold this up. Which is basically what I'm seeing. If you go across the board, I'm looking at a few tickers right now, like say for instance Facebook, pull back right into support. Facebook support on my charts were that 186.26 level. It's holding it. Apple as well, holding its level of support, pulled just a little below the level I wanted it to hold, but still right around it. So to me, unless I need to go look at this Twitter, this thing is hitting alerts crazy. I would wanted it to hold here. So if we can start reclaiming this level, that can tell me we might be finding a base on that nasty pull that we just got. Look at Square as well. Square also pulled right into support. Like almost to the T. As you can see, nasty pull as well, right into it. So just imagine if I didn't sell out here. This is why I say I just take profits. I don't play around with the equity. I would be right back in the hole if I would have let that go against me. And then now I would have to manage this trade. No, I'm not doing it. Just take my profits when I have it. If it continues to run on me, oh well. But here's the pullback. That level needs to hold. If this level can't hold, you're going back down to 76.87. Look for support there. All right, let's go look at Twitter. TWTR, I think it is, right? Haven't traded any. Yay. What was that upgrade? Damn. Nice move, Twitter. Range, pullback, held, breaks that. I'm not chasing you. Sorry, can't. Price level will be 35 after that. Pretty sure somebody made a nice little change on those little lottos today. All right, so Apple is trying to reclaim that level. mean, I still don't see, like, some of my big hitters, they are all pulling back as well. The semiconductor is also pulling back. So I just can't see it. Apple couldn't reclaim this level, which I would have wanted to see to tell me that we had an opportunity to push back. So this can still pull back some more as well. Is what I'm looking at. Got rejected at that level. If you look at Nvidia as well, couldn't hold that level, broke that level. That's NVDA. Why is you doing this today? NVDA. If you look at Nvidia, same thing, couldn't hold this level, nasty pullback. Testing lows. If we break these lows, this can also pull back some more. So again, just watch this level. Market as well, couldn't hold those lows, pop, couldn't recover itself, so that's also pulling back a little bit more as well. Futures cannot hold that level, so futures is telling me we want more downside. So no long until we start breaking these trends, guys. We need to take out trends here. Don't try to catch bottoms. Allow the chart to show you that it wants to push up. There's no signs of upside movement right now. This is telling us we're going lower. Everything is pointing to more downside. After a huge run like that, not surprised that this is going on. That's why I scalped the hell out of that square real quick on that pop. Again, but look, here it is. Don't try to beat the chart, guys. The chart is telling you downside. Don't fight it. Let the pullback happen. Overall sentiment on the market is positive. I haven't got anything negative. So until then, I think this is just a topping, people feeling that we can't push any higher, taking some profits, allowing this to pull back a little bit, and then we can go from there. Let me go look at something on SPY that I typically look at to see if this is another reason why, because SPY typically gives you a telltale. It's not extended either, so yeah, this can probably be. So what I'll do is show you guys what I'm looking at on SPY. If you guys see this dotted line coming up, I'm so sorry. There we go. Let's pull this out. See this dotted line right here, huge support, and I'll go to a bigger time frame so you guys can see it. We'll do 30 minutes. Should be able to see it on 30 minute 10 day. You see this trend right here, right? This is what I'm looking at on SPY, right? Bomb, pop. Tested this low, recovered. So if we zoom in some more, look where it's trying to go, right into these levels. What I want to see it is hold this. If that trend breaks, we'll get a whole lot more downside on the market, is what I'm looking at. So this is a little channel that I've been watching. This is how I've been trained it. So that day when I was so bullish and I was telling everybody to take it long, this is what I was seeing. We pulled, broke this level, recovered it, and then we ramped right up. So that's why I was extremely bullish on things yesterday. I felt that was a key support. So now we're coming back down. We may test this level. I want to see that level hold and see if we can rip up. That's why I grabbed those contracts and made a nice chunk change yesterday on that. So again, SQ, I think I have a channel on that as well. Again, this is why I never panic once we're there. This is what I'm watching, these levels right here. If it breaks, I know we'll probably get a pill, but we have nice little support. SQ pulling right into support here. We want to let it hold it. Almost gave up pretty much all of us. Oof, nasty pull on that. And then let's see if these levels can hold, and then see if we can get this back curling up. Again, we should be testing key support. Let's look at Apple as well. Everything is pulling. This is why I always say take profits along the way. This is a perfect example why I say that. Don't get greedy. If you do get greedy, this is what happens. Apple, do I have a trend? No, let's just try to see if we can slap. I do have a big time frame trend on that, but also Apple does have a minor trend on it. Let's see if we can slap this into see where you can go. Apple, redraw. Right here. Come on. There we go. So Apple testing the top channel. If it does pull back, probably pull right back into here and then see if we can bounce it. But I don't think we'll get that much of a pull on Apple. Anything is possible. Never doubt it. But again, Apple, if you look at it, right into support right now, testing it. We need to hold this level right here. If we hold it, this can be a nice flag forming. See the flag? Nice flag forming, holds this level. See if we can get a nice little push up to the upside. But this level is key. If not, we'll probably pull right back down to this 192.55 level, extreme support level. See if that can hold and see if we can get a curl off that level. So that's Apple. All right, so I think I pretty much went over everything. We've pretty much been trading all week this week. Nice profits this week on these tickers that we've traded. Hell of a fire profit, honestly. This probably was my best week so far this year. Killing, not complaining at all. Probably why I'm so light today, not trying to overtrade and get too greedy. This has been my best week. So if we look at the futures, like I told you guys, if that level cannot hold and break where we are going, this does not. I gotta change the time frame. There's futures, right? See it? And to me personally, we couldn't reclaim that channel, so let's zoom back out. These are stuff I look at. If you look at it, I know I move fast. So it was in the channel, traded it, it broke it, it collapsed, pulled back, tried to reclaim the channel, failed to get back into that channel. Now we're getting a nasty pull. All right, so this is what I was looking at. So this is some of the stuff I look at and try to figure out and come up with game plans. This is what I was looking at yesterday. So yesterday when I was going through the walkthrough, when I was flipping around and looking at stuff, I wanted to see if we could have gap up and got back into it. Did not, got rejected, nasty pullback. I didn't think we would have got that much of a pullback, but we got way more than I thought I would. So now we want to see if this level supports and then see if we can get this. I'm pretty sure we should hold up. I think still overall sentiment on the market is bullish. This is just a correction off of yesterday's huge run. That was like a parabolic move. If you look at this trend break, right? So let's just add that. These are certain things you can see. Trend break, see if that levels holds. Let's see if it holds it. Let's try it out now. Just actually spotting this as I'm looking at this chart. All right, so it couldn't even hold it here, which is not good. So this can possibly pull back. If we want to see a bounce, I would have loved for it to come here, hold this level, and see if we can bounce. In this case, failed. So I think we're probably coming to retest this level right here. So we'll see how that plays out. SPY is well testing key levels of support. This is going to be very interesting, these levels that we're coming back to test. All right, so listen, see. Why is this taking forever to show us? That's why we're on a freaking 30-minute time frame. Like, why is this looking so crazy? Why haven't I been seeing these moves? All right, there it goes. Let's flip it back to this one. Thank you. And this is why I trade off the minute. As you can see, we didn't see all this action happening. This is stuff we'll miss. Look, see? All right, so listen, we got some basing happening here. Let's see if we can get this to curl. We're getting a trend break. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I do not trade on high time frames. You miss all of this stuff. Right, so here it is. Let's put a trend on this. Basing, right? You pop this. This can be the first sign of a trend reversal. As you can see, this little downtrend right here that we was watching on that freaking 30-minute chart. Now you can see where this is coming into play. Let's see if we can take this out. And again, I don't have any positions on the equity side. So this is when I can do stuff like this. And I don't mind showing you guys how I go about finding certain spots and what I look for. So basically here, consolidation, trying to pop it. If we do pop it, we can try to see if we can start walking this one back up. But you have to get this pop, a confirmed candlestick above it. If you do get the pop, one of the first levels that I wanted to see it reclaim and hold, which would be a good sign to show us that it's trying to reverse. So low risk trade is here right now, right? But you got to get this pop first to get that confirmation so you can take it. And then your risk would be just below here. Let's edit these properties. Let's turn you off for a level that we want you to reclaim. First level that we want to see it reclaim is probably that 28.38.13. 28.38.13. 38.13. Okay, there it goes. So what we want breaks it, right? Want to see it hold this level, which is holding. See if we can curl this right back up. You're starting to get a nice little trend here. So if you're trying to get it, worst come to worst, this can probably be a bear flag forming up. What I mean by a bear flag is the same thing as a bullish flag, but this time it's to the downside. So you watch that level, watch that trend. If it holds that trend and continue to push, all you do is start moving your trailing stops on it. Protect yourself. I don't know how many sides, what sides you guys trade with. So everyone is different when it comes to that. So this is what, when people say manage your trades, this is what they mean. So if you take the trade here, you need to understand what your risk is to the downside. Let's just say if you took 500 shares, you have to understand your risk here. You better not be trading 500 shares with something in this price range. You will get creamed on the slightest pulls, unless your bank account is just that big. So this can possibly be a bear flag forming. Just be careful on this. And I'll show you what I mean by a bear flag. I hate when this happens. I need to trend this. This is all about here. It's all about having tight stops. You're trying to see if you can bounce it, right? You see the trend holding. So as long as you hold this trend, you can stay in it. If the trend breaks, just goes lower. And we can just watch this for now to see how it goes, just to show you guys the thought process, how I trade off the minute, what I look for on a minute. So if I did take this trade here, my stops will be just below this level right here, or this trend, either one, if I was in this one. But we'll see what happens. I just think we're coming into some key support levels. What I want to see is this consolidate. But if it does not consolidate down here, we're going lower. And then if it does break it, I think this is where it wants to come down to. So again, this is part of trading. You have to take these risks to see if you can get into good trades. Within this case, trend did break. You got in. It's now breaking your little bear flag here. If that breaks, that's a confirmed bear flag. It will go lower once it takes out these lows. So with me being me, if I was in this, I probably would be getting myself out here once I get a candlestick closing below this trend right here, because it's pretty much already trying to tell me this wants to go lower. But let's see how it plays out. Got to get a confirmed candlestick below this. Nothing's confirmed. You're still okay as of now. Once this candlestick closes below here, I don't care if it closes and then right after you get out it pops. Just reassess it. It's all about risk management here. So like right now, you should be out of this trade unless you're giving it to this lows right here. So this would be no, like there's no second guessing it. Just get the heck out. I'll just mark this level real quick so you guys can see it. If you gave it, if you wanted to give it to that point, edit properties, let's remove that so I know to take that level off. All right. So if you guys wanted to give it to the lows, so far, whoever did give it to the lows would be still okay in that trade. Me personally, I always give it either to this trend or the lows. It's up to you. But with my call, I'd have been out because of that ticker size. And then for me to get back in, I got to get back above this downwards trend, which is tested now. And then I would just do the same thing again. My risk would be this lows again. Until it shows me, I don't go full size. And that's how I manage that trade. So what's happening now, right? You have a bear flag. It did break it, but it held. So if you look at the big picture now, you're starting to create a range here. This is what you call consolidation, is trading sideways, right? Which is what you want to see. So this is trying to tell you there might not be any more downside, but you still have to keep your stops pretty tight, which would be at this level to try to bounce this back to the upside. I think this was just a minor correction on the market, unless something came out while I was gone taking the kids to the school. I don't know. Typically I would try to research it, but for me personally, I just think this is all healthy pullbacks. I mean, you can't expect the market to keep running after what it did yesterday. Allow it to come back, settle down, then push. Apple, Jack Ryan, this is a level that you want to watch on that Apple. Actually looking at it as well, Apple held that support level 194.47 like a champ, but Apple, same thing. If you look at that, it's starting to consolidate. Watch it, but you need Apple. Let's bring this level down since we're not using it right now. We're going to edit that property. We're going to take Apple down to 195.29. Let's take you down to 195.29. Once you can reclaim that level and hold above that level, which is tested now, if you can get above this level and hold above that, you also have a solid uptrend forming right here, which is also positive for it. And I'll show you on that. Again, these are how you get into trades, and it's all the same concept. I don't change. I don't veer off from this. This is how I manage my trades. This is how I get into trades. And then once you have this right here, you want to start respecting this. As long as you can hold this, you can push up. So again, this is a very, very low risk trade. If you've seen it consolidated, it popped above that little level, reclaimed it, your risk will be just below to see if you can get this upside. So this is literally, if you took it from like this 194.47 level, what is this? Like a 20-cent risk for a possible, what's that? Almost a 3-point move to the upside. Yep, 3-point move. So you're risking 20 cents for a 3-point move to the upside. Not a bad risk. That's what I mean by managing trades. This is what I do all day long. Again, now you reclaimed it. Now, once you reclaim this level, you hold above it. You want to see a push towards that 196.33 level, and you just start walking these up. If we go back to futures is probably bouncing as well. Let's see what that's doing. Yeah, GM was alerts, but I didn't. Is it moving less? I didn't even pull. Oh no, it's not doing anything. I don't even, this is, so you guys notice I only have certain alerts on. CNBC, from time to time I hear it if it's like the Fedmans or something, because they have their own agenda. I think sometimes they're trying to sway traders sometimes, so I typically don't listen to it, but we'll see what happens. It's always good to hear what he's saying, I guess, right? Hopefully this slows up today. Actually trying to start it. I'll come back to that GM. He better start doing something, because it's either investors are not liking what he's saying or he's just starting to talk. Available. Still trying to get this up. So again, Apple, let's go to futures and then we'll come back to this GM less. They're not liking what he's saying. I know, right? This is what the chart is looking like. Watch TV. What the heck is all this coming on? Yes, gosh, I'm just all over the place right now. New plan expansion. Is he keeping it in the US, or is it in the US, or what is he saying? I'm pretty sure if he says it in the US, Trump will probably start tweeting. So there goes futures. Again, look at the bounce. Look where it bounced to. Need to reclaim this level, guys. This is what I'm saying. So it could have been a nice little scalp. Once you break it, you push up, or you take some profits right into that level and then let the rest play out. I got it on now, Les. So let's see what the future is doing right here. It's pretty much holding support levels. If that breaks out, you can start pushing towards the upside. So if you guys start looking across the board, this can probably tell you things are starting to push towards the upside if you're looking at this. But this level needs to break, and then you can start getting some strength in things. AMD still has not found support. There's no bounce in AMD just yet. No need to chase that. Let me look to that sector. That sector still hasn't bounced as well, so there's nothing in that just yet. Don't jump in it too early. You get creamed on this pullback. Two of these on here. There we go. in Michigan. I would like to see if Trump is going to tweet on that. You know, he's big with people opening plants here in the US and all this other stuff. That'd be interesting. The only card
Tusk says he
I'm trying to get some extremely treat lotto plays on the market. I just want a what if play. But I'm just not convincing this bounce just yet. The contracts at this 284 on SPY are 24 cents today. They're 21 cents. Was a $1.09. So if we can get it back to that high, that's pretty nice profit on it. I'll just do one. Let's see if we do one a play just to play around. I don't care. We'll do one since we're just playing around. Right? A what if. Let's see what we can get this back up to. I don't care. This is just a what if, just to have fun. Only trade I'm taking today on the option side. I'm looking across the board. I'm seeing things trying to bounce here. Futures are also trying to bounce here. So if we do, we can get this back up to that 283.23. Then I should get that 24 strike on that, and those contracts should pretty much flip pretty nice for me. We'll see. Now I'll hold them to the end of the day. And see what I can get out of that. If not, I'll probably just lose what, 26 bucks, whatever it is, 25, whatever. Just a fun play. Not trying to overtrade. I came in with the bang this morning on Square. Nice pop in the morning, got out. So right now I'm just sitting back watching charts and just chilling and talking to you guys, right? Yeah, Jack Ryan, I just took it on. This is just me just playing around. Nothing big about it. If you look at SPY, I see it setting up the same way as this. If I am wrong, I'll lose what, 20 bucks. It's just one contract. I just playing around. This is just strictly playing around on SPY. There's no indications of taking this serious on this lotto play. It's a lotto play. So if this works out, those contracts probably can get flipped really nice. But with Trump saying stuff like that, it's going to give it hell to push up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Speculation play. Should have did a Apple or something where the news is greater and try to see if I could have did something with Apple. Or even a Netflix, since Netflix is getting hammered down here. Whatever. I think Apple might have been the better speculation play for a pop back up to the upside with those price targets. Skitty bum 8, Costco, bum. Yeah, Apple might have been the better one. Apple reclaimed that level we spoke of. See if Apple can get back above this 196.13. If you can reclaim that, you can probably look for this push towards that recent highs. So Apple, let's see if it's don't look extended right now. You can still keep it pretty tight. If you wanted to tighten this level up off that bounce for the ones who's trading this one, you can probably bring that up to, I will probably bring it around that 195.64 just to keep it tight. I said 195.64. Or you can do 60. That might be too tight. Let's do 60. It's gonna get you stopped out too soon. 59. Give it some room off that bounce. 59, 169, 59. Yeah, right around there. See if you can consolidate it right here and break. If not, you break this level, come back and test this trend. You want to see the trend hold to push higher. Just a tight stop on that. Square is trying to come off the bottom. Everything was extended to the downside. So these are, I think right now what you're seeing is nice little bounces off this pull this morning. Typically what you would do when you see things like that, you scalp this to the upside. Which when I mean scalp, this is the scalp level right here, right? We reached the scalp level. Now this is when a scalp can turn into a trade. As long as it hold above this level, you can try to keep it, and then this can turn into a nice little trade. So scalp into a trade once you reclaim that level and hold. Your first thought process is a scalp. Why? Because you're going against the trend right now. The trend is to the downside, so you're just trying to get a scalp bounce right into it. Of people recovering, sometimes it can go overboard and people start buying it up now and getting a push because they're starting to see this as a trend reversal, which you can pretty much see where the trend reversal happened, and I'll show you guys. And listen guys, please let me know if this is helping. Just as me just talking to myself. Typically if I wasn't doing this live, I would just be talking to myself just the way I am, but just not like talking to a person. So this is what happens when you start getting the trend reversal and then you reclaim the level. So this can now start pushing back to the upside is what you want to see on that. 196.33 is the level you wanted to take out. Once you take that out, you can possibly push back to this 197.31 level. But I would also be watching this little peak here. So you had some resistance right here. So you take this level out, take that out, and then you can push to 197.37. So just walking this back up to the upside on that. So far, SPY, I'm still not green on SPY. Still down on those fun play lotto plays. Haven't covered the commission aspect of it just yet. Roku broke the downtrend and Roku consolidated. That wants more upside. And we'll see what happened. I'm like beat between the weight room. My son was running a high temperature. He was sick last night, so I was up all night dealing with him. I am tired. And then he wakes up and says he want to go to school. It's like, you got to be kidding me. So let's see if we can pop this level here. If we pop it, that would be yesterday's high is what I'm looking at right around here. If we can take out yesterday's highs, we can start pushing higher. Is what I want to see right now. Get that, I think we can start getting some follow throughs across the board. I am looking across the board. The only thing I see really testing yesterday's lows that got real close to yesterday's low is INTC on my charts right now. Square got pretty close. Nope. Yeah, INTC is the only one that actually pulled that low. That's crazy. So you get a bounce on that. That can be a nice little bounce once you break 54.36 back to 54.99. Not much range, but those contracts do flip pretty nice once they get to going. All right, there's Apple taking out that level. Again, this is the next level you want to watch right here. So if you want, you can move this trailing stop up a tad bit more to protect profits. You don't want it to go against you too much. You can bring that up probably to 195.99 ish. So let's take it up. I'll do 195.95. I don't want to choke it too much. Oh God, hey, what's going on? 0.95. Oh. but just bring it up just a tad bit. See if it can pull back, hold this level if it does. But right now we want it to hold yesterday highs. If it does, you have a little issue right in here. I can't use that. This is why I don't use that. So that's the level you want to watch. This can probably create a little range. Let's see how this trades out. Want to pop that for more upside. If not, you can get a pullback. See how that plays out. I appreciate that, Jack. Yeah, I don't want you guys thinking of giving you guys alerts. I know sometimes I come off because of what I said. I'd be like, hey guys, I like this. I don't want to make it look like an alert service. It's just more of me just, I don't know, talking to people, I guess. Hey, I'm a lonely guy, right? Looking at these damn screens all day. But all right, here's the pullback. Couldn't hold yesterday's highs. See if this pullback, if this level breaks. Still a strong chart again, guys. As long as you have a trend like this, typically what I'm doing is in my head, I'm saying, hey, if it pull back, how much do I want to give back to the market is basically what I'm saying, to keep pushing to get more upside. So if I'm up, let's just say if I had, we'll just throw a number out. Let's say we had 100 shares, right? This move probably put us up probably $150 now return, right? How much of that $150 do you want to give back? So if you pull here, let's just say this pull is going to take away $25. So now instead of you having $150 profit, you have $125. This other pull right here is going to take another $25. So now you have $100 profit on the day. So basically is, if I allow this to pull here, am I okay with giving back 50 bucks to the market to see if this level can hold? Is basically what you're doing. You're making money. How much of the money you want to give back to the market to see if you can make more money? It's what it comes down to. And that's what I'm basically doing. So when you see me doing all these levels, that's actually what I'm doing in my head. Is I'm managing my trades, seeing how much I want to give back to the market to get more upside. So when I'm taking swings, I give more room on it, because it's like, all right, listen, I'm up X amount of dollars. I can give X amount back. It's not like it's taking all my profits away. So again, this is level. So if you're pulling back here, just manage your trade. If it pulls back more, just manage it some more, however you want to trade it. But to me, overall, just still is showing more upside until this level breaks. Pimp Burner, how's it going? I like that name. Right. All right, so see if how this pullback is happening. So you just watch it again. It all depends on how you want to manage it, what you're looking for on it. So that's that. See what happens here. Hey, babe. Relax. Oof. Tone that down. What are you doing? Yeah, right there. It's probably good. Working here. I don't know. I think you didn't turn on that heater. All right, here's the pullback. Let's see how this level reacts. This is basically how I manage my trades. that I get into. There it is. You want to see this level hold. If it does not hold, then it's a high. You got a high probability of coming right back into this level right here. So that's what you want to watch on that. And some people, it all depends. Some people might give it more room to the downside. I mean, I'm all about making money. So me personally, once that broke and I started seeing this pullback, if I did give it here, that would be all, because I know if we test this and it breaks, it's going to pull nasty. It's probably trying to come back down and test, what would that level be at? 195.39 level. It's probably where, let's see, let's put it on. Instead of me saying, let's see, let's edit this, 195.35. So, come on. I gotta remind me to get batteries for this keyboard. What did I say? 195. Well, probably not going to give it to us because it's actually holding. So 195.45 was where it could possibly pull, but never mind. Don't need to put it. So cancel. It's holding the trend. Remove drawing. Don't need to even add it on because it held it. But this is the stuff that I do. As you can see, this is how I manage the trades. It's pretty neat. There we go. How do I determine level? It's just like, you see these right here? You see how I went to this level right here? Ryan, that to me is a level. I just look at these. So say for instance, I'll probably do sometimes I do the bottom of the wick, sometimes I do just the bottom of the candle. And that's what I'm looking for. So like say for instance, if this continue to pull, I think if this does pull, I think it'll probably pull right back into that 45 level. So edit properties, let's put that 41 possibly. That would be another level I'll be looking at, 195.41 if it breaks that level. Let's see, off and hit OK. So right around this level right here, and that's because of this wick right here. I spotted this little wick right here. It held, and that's the wick I'll be looking for, and I just give it room to there. So I'm constantly just looking at different candles where I'm seeing nice support levels, and I'm just ranging it around like that. So as you can see, level held. Now I want to see if this can push higher. It's basically what I'm looking for. And that's basically it. I mean, this is literally, like literally all to me, I just try to nickel and dime the market. If I put 1,000 shares on the table, I'm looking for probably a 50-cent move. That's $500. Even if I get a 25-cent move, that's $250. I mean, I'm making that within minutes. So it's like, whatever. This morning I got a point move. So just imagine if I would, let's just say if I had 1,000 shares on the table. I mean, that's $1,000 this morning. There's no need for me, if I made that this morning, even if I made $500 this morning. Like, who makes that in a day? Think about it. If you start accumulating that over time, that's good money throughout the week. So I don't try to trade and be greedy. That's not my. I'm trying to stay in this game for the long run. The minute I start trying to nail $1,000 runs every single trade that I take, I'm gonna get hurt. And then I just try to minimize my downside. If I'm losing on a trade and I got 1,000 shares on the table, if it moves 10 points on me, that's $100. I don't want to give no more than $100 up on a trade or $200 on a trade. Why? Because that's more money. That's more work I have to put in to get that back. So I don't know how these traders allow trades to go against them and they're down $10,000. I'd be like, listen, you know how much work you have to put in to get that back? I mean, I don't trade like that. I will scalp a trade, get into it a scalp. If it turns into a trade, hey, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna go. Look at Square this morning. We'll come back and watch Apple. But look at Square. Had I gotten greedy this morning on Square, I mean, I would be in the hole right now. Now I'm trying to manage. Now I gotta average down. I gotta do all this nonsense, all because I got greedy this morning. Right? We nailed this right here this morning, is where I took it long. This is a nice move right here, right? This is a great return. Got it? $200, you make great money off this, right? Take your money. Who cares if it goes upside, all right? We got the pop. We seen the pullback. We knew if this level gave back, we'd get a pullback. Take your profits. If it continues to come down, you're fine. If not, now you're just giving all the money that you just made within a couple minutes of trading. What is this? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes of trading. This you could have made $200, $100. Who makes $100 in 7 minutes? Right? And that's how you get, that's the concept, the mind frame that you need to have. And that's the mind frame I have. I don't care. I slap 500 shares, I get 2 points, a point, that's good money. I'm out. I'm taking my money and I'm running. I don't care about this. And then I'll go trade options. Right? Because options, you can give it more time. Like, say for instance, I got that option contract on SPY, me just playing around. Today I just took one. It was an awesome week for me. Honestly, I shouldn't even be trading today, right? To me personally, this is just me being greedy at this point. But SPY, I was just like, hey, what the heck? Let's just see if we can get another crazy run. I'm gonna slap one contract on there, 20 bucks, with 26 bucks, who cares, right? Let's just say if that 26 bucks end up working, SPY ramps up and runs today. I mean, what if I do get a $300-400 return on that? That'll be sweet, right? I don't care. I'll take a risk like that from time to time. Is it a trade I would have did at the beginning of the week? Hell no. I don't care if it was $20, but just having fun right now. Great week, and this is just some things. But while I'm doing it, I pretty much told you guys, hey, this is just me playing around. Just want to see what I can do with it, and that's why I just took one contract. Because, again, it's just me playing around. And as you can see, even when I'm playing around, I am extremely cheap the way I trade and the way I take it. Some people will be like, hey, I made 5, 6, 7,000 this week. And then they'll be like, hey, I'll go play around with 1,000. Hell no, not doing it. Not doing it. I still would be cheap. I'm just a cheap trader, whatever. So Square pulling back. Yeah, that was Square. So if I would listen, if I didn't take my profits here, look at this. Then I got to average down, right? Let's just say if I took it here and this pulls on me, I don't even think that's enough of a pull for me to get a nice average down. So if anything, if I did average down, and let's just say I bought in right here, right? And I did average down, I think my average down would have been right about here. So I still barely made what I made here. Not worth it. And this is work. Now, I don't like working. I hate when I get in trades and I got to actually work for my money. Because I feel as if the market is dominating me and I hate it. So this trend right here, even though it's still pretty good, played out nice there. We can leave it, but you can also slap another one on it. So this is another level. I can see right what I'm drawing it, right? I just seen this here, trend forming, higher lows and all this other. So you break that, you can try to push up, but you got 2 levels to get out and then you can take that up. Again, me just doing risk management. If I did want to take it, I'll probably take it right on the break of this trend, and my risk would be to 77.25 just to see if I can bounce it up. So that would be almost another 20 cents risk for a possible almost a point to the upside. Almost a point. Morning, morning, Marie. So that's that.
UK labor.
Let's go back to what were we watching? Apple. I think that's what we're watching. Apple. And again, guys, I'm just right now just watching charts, letting my contracts play out. The only trade I took today was Square this morning. I'm 1-0. I'm not forcing. Why is this? This is how you can tell I haven't restarted this computer all week. All right, let's try this again. PL. All right, there it goes. All right, so Apple, you're getting the sideways consolidation right now. You need this to pop this level, or this is just going to pull back down. We can also put a bigger trend on it. All right, Tolson, see you later. So, all right, guys, as you can see, you got another one. We no longer need this one. And this is how I walk trades up, right? This is how I stay in the trades if I'm looking for more upside or whatever. So even with this one, if you wanted to take it here, here's your risk if you're trading it. But you need to take out this trend first to get in it. And then you just walk it up. Zoom in. And if y'all want to look at different charts, we can flip around. I am like super free right now, not doing anything. Great week. It does not matter. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't mind flipping through charts right now. Ryan, I think you did mention Facebook. Yes, Facebook is awesome. Also holding up that level. Seems like that wants to break out today. Pop that up. Here it is. Facebook broke that DT. Let's see if that can possibly push up. Held that level this morning. There goes the trend that you need to be looking for. If you was trying to scalp it, it's actually breaking it now. It's trying to break it. Once you take that level out, just should start pushing towards the high. Just got to take out this little level right here, and then you can push that back towards the high. But you have to take that out to get more upside. That is actually starting to get squeezed. So something should happen within this pretty soon. I'll show you why I say that. See how I was getting squeezed in there? But typically when you start seeing this, it'll probably pop. If not, it'll break down. Square having troubles here.
Reporting. Yeah.
All right, if you look at Facebook is trading within this triangle. SPY is also starting to do the same thing. This might be a slow day how things are setting up right now until later on probably. But as you can see, SPY is also doing the same exact thing. SPY is actually a spot to give up that level. See it? It's actually trying to give up that level. There it goes, gave it up. Or downside should be coming. Come back, probably test right around here. If not, breakdown, come right into this 281.87 level. Need to see that hold or it will pull a little bit more. There it goes. This is why I just Yeah, people say I'm simple, but this is all I do, guys. I am pretty much telling you guys how I trade. Nothing changes with me. That's it. I just look for levels right here. Now, if this start turning, I want to see it take this level out. If it can't take this level out, we'll come right back down. Once you take this level out, take this level out. Once you take that level out, take out this level out. That was a key resistance level before. And then we can start pushing back the highs. Say right here first. So Apple, again, look at Apple. I mean, we pretty much knew the levels that it had to take out. If it couldn't take out, Apple was already telling us it wanted to come back down. So this is what I'm saying. Again, we ran it up. We looked for levels that we was looking for. We got our levels. No need to be greedy. Look at it. Couldn't hold it. Pulled back. Broke this level. Now this can possibly come right back down towards this area. 194.76. Then you get that 194.47. And it's always good to listen to the overall market, because you always can get a feel. So like I listen, once market shuts down, what I do is I want to hear everybody's perspective. So I turn on CNBC, on Fox, I'm on Bloomberg. I'm listening to everybody's perspective so I can try to formulate game plans off of what I'm hearing to get a general feel of the market. So let's see if this level holds up on this Apple. See if it can reclaim. It needs to reclaim this level to push back up. If not, it gets rejected. Right now it looks like it's getting rejected. We'll come back lower. And as you guys see, I'm not panicking on my swings. I just managed the downside on them now. They're green. It's all about managing it, how much you're willing to risk to the downside. To me, I don't see any significant bounces just yet, but in one sector. I don't go off that sector too often. They tell me that things will bounce, but when that sector start bouncing, I start seeing other ones following it. That's when I get keyed in on stuff. But right now, I just think we chop around and we go a little lower. It's my thought process on this. There it goes. Got rejected, so this should come down just a tad bit more. Let's see if we can take out this level right here. If you do take it out, 194.79, then you'll be coming back down. And again, guys, this is why people call my charts the spider chart. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of these angles, but it just keeps me safe, and I respect them. So a clear downtrend. So what if you want to see the big picture on this now, this is in a clear downtrend for right now. You have to get out of this to see more upside, and I'll show you that right now. All right, so it's trading in the channel right now. See the channel? This is the top of the channel. This is the bottom of the channel. So all it's doing is trading in the channel now, right? To get out of this, we need to get out of this channel. Yeah, if you're in options, Ryan, let's just say like me personally, when I trade options, this is why I haven't gotten into all those other butterflies, and there's so many ways to trade options. I just do straight calls and puts. Reason being, like today, say for instance, I was just playing around, I took SPY. I know my max loss, right? I'm okay if I blew $26, whatever, right? But to some people, they might put $500 on the table. Well, you have to manage that. It's time to manage it. Give it some room, understand the delta, the theta, understand the Greeks on those contracts, and then that's how you manage it. It's a little bit more work to trade options, but once you understand charts and understand key levels on charts, that's how you make the good money on options, right? Because you can pretty much nail bottoms like this, right? So say for instance, let's just say if you wanted to be a weekly trader, right? And you seen this pullback, well, you knew that was pulling back into support. We started seeing a consolidation. You can run and go grab some weeklies, 195 calls, right? Because we know we have that room of bounce, and that'll be a sweet return on those 195 calls depending on the delta. So you still have to manage it. But if it's like a lotto, whenever you're getting a contract that expires that day, you have to understand that those can go to zero in the blink of an eye. So only risk what you're willing to lose if you're going to play lottos. Now, if you're looking at options for like a weekly time frame, then at that point you have to understand the delta, the theta, delta, theta, gamma are the ones I pretty much focus on, and that would help you gauge and help you manage your trade. So as you guys can see, you got rejected here. Now you're pulling back. You want to see this level hold, and then that would be a lower high, which would be positive for the stock, tell you can possibly get more upside. If you take out this low here, you get more downside right into this support level right here. And this is basically all I do all day. This is it. Some people say, why don't I take puts or whatever? You do make more money when you short the market, but I like to see huge ranges when I typically would do it. So if I see a huge range level, then I'll grab puts. I just like to be worth it when I take it. So you do have to manage your options is basically what I'm saying, Ryan. I hope I answered the question. So this is a clear downtrend. Here's the channel. See if we can zoom it out so you guys can see it. See it? It's trending within this right here. Breaks it. Breaks that level. We're pulling down here. Need to get out of this channel. And this is how you understand the trade. So when you're seeing all these dotted lines, there's a bunch of channels on my charts that once I start zooming out that you can possibly see, but these are all channels within channels. And this is how I manage it. So if you guys seeing all these dotted lines, that's where they are. Yeah, I mean, and I like their concept because what happens is if trades go against you, right, it gives you time to recover, but you still have to manage it, right? You can't have $500 on the table and you see a trade going against you and you're down 90%. I mean, that's poor money management, right? You put $500 on the table, I mean, risk 10 or 20% of it. That makes sense because in return, you're looking probably for 100% return, right? So you're putting that trade in your favor. You're screwing trades in your favor. So when you're correct, you can make good money, right? Your wins will always dominate your losses. It's basically what happens when you do that. People get into this game and just start trading, and they forget about the money management aspect of it, and that's why they can't become profitable because their losses are superseding their wins because they're not managing the downside on their trades. So when you guys hear me saying I'm 1-0 today, or I'm 3-1 or 3-2, to me that means a whole lot because that's showing me if I'm still green on the day, right? Even if I was 1-3 and I'm green on the day, that means I had great money management. My risk rewards were skewed in my favor and all that. That's basically what I'm doing, and I keep notes of all that. So that's how I know if I'm doing a good job with my money management when I'm trading. So as you can see, we pull right into that level on Apple. Apple's trying to hold it. If that level breaks, we go test to today's low. If you break today's low, you get more of a pull on Apple. All right, so if we flip level over the SPY, I show you. I haven't even been paying attention to this one. So look at SPY, right? Got rejected, broke the trend, took out the lows. This is the same concept that's probably setting up on Apple right now, right? If Apple does the same thing, Apple will pull back right now. SPY is testing that level, breaks this level. This is where you want to see it hold. It has to hold this level, or we pretty much giving up all of yesterday's gains once we break this right here. You will be giving up all of yesterday's gains. But let's see how this play out. Key level, we'll see. Alright, let's see what Apple does. Apple's testing that level again. And I hope this helps, because listen, I totally understand what it's like as a new trader. I'm not a vet in the game. To me personally, I still feel as if I'm a new trader. But man, when I first started this was painful. Amount of money I was losing in this, I thought this was a scam. I think the only thing that gave me hope was those days where I was having those $1,000 gains, $2,000 gains. But those losses, man, was brutal until I figure out how to do the money management aspect of it. That's what saved my rear. So it looks like we're creating a lower high here, which can possibly be good for Apple. And then you can do the same thing again. You need this to start reclaiming levels. The first levels you want this to reclaim is that 195.11, possibly. So we can literally just adjust that level since that's already on there. So we just say 195.11. I think that should be about right. Just eyeing it, a little off. Just looking for this, but 195.11. See if he can bounce, get above that. See if we can start pushing up. I've been trading for now 4 years. First year I was working. That first year I also quitted my job and started doing this full time. The worst, I can't say the worst. My wife hates when I say that. Not the greatest decision, but the second year, extremely painful. Third year started becoming profitable. And I'm in my 4th year now, and I'm having a blast now. So now that I'm having a blast, I open this up to YouTube, and I just want to be one of the ones. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. This thing is painful if you don't know what you're doing. And I just like traders to see how it's done, how I trade, and I don't want to sell anything. I just want to expose it, the game for what it is. You can have simple, listen, this software alone. Let me show you guys something, right? And I'll show you guys this, right? There's several ways to trade. There's not one way to trade. There is not one style that's going to bring you a boatload of money, right? So let me pull this over. Do you guys see this long list right here? These are all different type of strategies that you can learn how to trade with to make money in this game. There is no one way. You just have to figure out what's comfortable for you. So I literally can go through all this, find something, create a system that I feel is comfortable. Once you create that system, I mean, just see if it works for you. If it works for you, you go for it. Right? So here's the level. Broke it. We want to hold above it. If not, we'll pull back down again. All right, so again, another one, a scalp trade. You can scalp this for a bounce. I told you why. We had support. Risk just below the support. See if you can bounce it right into this level. So far, you got the bounce, and now you take out this level again and see if you can turn a scalp trade into a trade and just manage it. Don't let it go against you to where you go red on the trade. It's all about management from here. right? Once you go green on the trade, you start managing it. And then you'll see I always walk my trailing stops up, and I'll follow it up, follow it up, follow it up. Once I get a nice little profit in there and I got nice little breathing room, then I'm more relaxed on the trade. And that's it, right? And I told you guys here, if it pulled, it held here. It's good for Apple. Why? Lower, high. That's telling you it's trying not to go any lower on this. So let's just pop that level in there so you guys can see what I was looking at. I hate when this thing does this. All right, see it? This trend right here, lower high, within the channel. Seems like they're trying to hold this up now. We need to break out of this channel though. We have not successfully broke out of this all morning. Until we break out of this, I don't think we get a nice push to the upside. So every time you take this trade, it's just to scalp it right into this channel. You should be taking profits somewhere around here now, because if this gets rejected, we're coming right back down. If it pop it, then you just start managing it into resistance, and then you just walk it up. Hope that answered that question. So here's the break. This is why I say take profits right in here. Because if you break this level, close above this, below this, below it, you start getting a pill. See what I'm saying? So these little scalps, they pay, guys. These little scalps. Well, on the equity side, options is a little bit more. You got to hold on a little bit more. That's why we tell you guys to take weeklies or a month out to give it breathing room. Correct, Les. I agree with that 100%. Right? Nothing works 100% in this game. And if somebody's telling you that, run. Even guys, you guys see mine. You guys seen it sometime this week. I got them trades. I think I have it, and what I'm looking for fails me. And now I got to get out of the trade. But I took small hits to where it was nothing. And then when the trade went my way, I was green within seconds. So Les, listen, I agree with that 100%. Nothing in here is 100%. Somebody tell you something that's 100%, they're full of crap in this game. So look at Facebook, right? Enter. This thing is delayed all day today. See Facebook. Again, I was telling you guys, it has to break this level right here to pop and go higher. That's a flag forming, failed flag, but the bigger time frame is here. You break this level right in here. As you guys can see it right here, I'm looking at it right now. Needs to hold above that. If it does not, we go down lower. Probably test somewhere around here. All right, so it needs to hold this level. Yep, Les, that's all it is. Every trade is a risk. You just have to understand your risk. What was I doing? Apple. Since I just been watching Apple all day. Since it's been a free day for me. All right, so that's that. What else? Guys, we're just having fun. I'm open. But yeah, every trade is a risk. All about managing your risk. One of the hardest things I had to figure out in trading was understanding the risk reward. Correct. Yep. Yep. So right, Les. Hey Les, I did try that video out. I did do I don't know if you saw it, your suggestion. I tried it last night. I'm gonna play with that a little bit, see if I can come up with a way for it to be more effective for people. But I gave it a shot yesterday. I don't know how it worked out. I gotta go look at it and see how that turned out. But I did give it a shot. I think I did talk about Apple. No, I didn't talk about Apple. Oof, which one was it I talked about? I think I talked about AMD, Square, Nvidia, and Netflix. And then I posted it yesterday. So we'll see how that worked out. I'll see how it did and see if where I can adjust. I might start looking at other guys who do YouTubes and stuff within this industry and see what they're doing and see if I can help people out. How I can help people out off those videos. I don't know. Was it cool, Les? Did you think more? I mean, just let me know what I can correct, what I can try to change. I don't know. I just don't want anybody going through what I went through when I first started learning this game. It was so painful, so I try to give heads up on what's happening. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out ways to get the material out there. And I tell people straightforward, I started this because of Timothy Sykes. But man, did he... Oh my gosh. I say thanks to him because I am where I am now because of him. He piqued my interest and got me into it. Finally took it on because of him. But man, I just can't believe what he's doing. Or I mean, listen, he's a great promoter. Forget that. He's that's his thing. Not even mad at him. So I followed a few of these guys who trade these penny stocks, and yeah, that was a learning curve for me. Quick learning curve. Apple, as you can see, couldn't hold that level, broke that trend. It is currently tested, like I told you guys, it's going to want to test today's low, which is doing right now. Let's see how it reacts within this level. If we break it, we can get a nasty little pull. This is a straight correction. And again, I tell you guys, I look at UVXY a lot. This is why you don't see me saying go long on anything yet. Another one I like watching is UVXY. Look, whenever you see this baby strong like this, you should be short in the market. Unless it's a divergence. But until this start breaking down, and that's going right into resistance. So little tricks that I do to keep me ahead of the market and help me see things. So that's all that is. And if you look at yesterday, when yesterday the market was running, what was this doing? See? Straight to the downside. All right. So another thing you guys can probably add into your trading game. Listen, Les, listen, he's a great promoter. All I can say, I don't want to bash anybody. Everybody have their own style. But man, Timothy Sykes. Hey, yeah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. And the reason why I keep saying I can't say anything. He got me into it, piqued my interest. And I'm gonna tell you when it really piqued my interest, he was on that Steve Harvey show. And then that's when I really went head on. I was like, well, damn, if he can do it, then I can do it. Yeah. Little do I know. Did I know? It was a whole lot more than what he say it is to this trading game. What's good, Bernard? Why is it still on my screen? We was watching Apple. Apple still a little extended. This is, listen, this is all a healthy correction. Apple can actually pull all the way back down to this 191.84 level. And if it does, it's not a bad pullback. It's actually a healthy correction. This is why all my swings, I'm not panicking. I mean, the charts are just extended. Yesterday run was a crazy run. Got away. So when I say extended, it's the EMAs that I look at. Ryan, it's just the opposite of SPY. Just put it like that. If SPY is having a down day, 9 times out of 10, UVXY is having an update. If SPY is having an update, UVXY is having a down day, right? So I'm basically telling you an easy way to make money in the market if you really didn't even know how to trade, right? So it's just ways I always make money. Some of the things I trade a lot is UVXY and SPY. So just little tricks that I have to make sure that I'm always making some kind of money in the market. My go-to stocks is basically what I say they are. What was that? Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, Alan. I mean, I'm just trying to just put it out there. So yeah, Timothy Sykes was on that Steve Harvey morning show, and then that's where it all started. Yep. You got it, Les. Yep. That's it. So me personally, until I start seeing this baby break down, I don't think the market is going to go up. Just look at it. Right, just you can compare the two charts. Let's compare them right now. Watch the SPY. I'll show you right now. It's just a straight downwards motion, right? Straight downwards. Nothing. Coming into support, right? What a coincidence. Coming up to support. This is trying to bounce. Watch this UVXY, right? Coming into resistance, having trouble up here. In order for this to go higher, you need to pop that level. If not, once you start seeing this curling breaking down, then you can try to start scalping things to the long side on the market. But you want to see this breakdown. I don't try to top tick anything. I always wait to let it show me what's going on with it. If you look at the overall trend on this, probably look at what, a 30-minute, 10-day. Let's see what we can get off that. Let's go 30 minutes. See if we can get a picture. See this? Down. So this can tell me market wants to correct a little. Oh, sorry about that. Down. Market is trying to tell you it wants to just correct itself a little bit. I think this is just a correction. And then you can go from there. So almost there, that level breaks. Then you want to see to start showing some kind of sign of weakness. Until then, I will be careful on the long side on the market. This is trying to go right into this area. Yep, so that's why you can see it. You notice I haven't, other than the little fun when I was trying to take up, and I didn't really care, but this is what I was seeing when I started seeing this. See, this is why I get a little confused. I gotta always remember switch and spat. So I was seeing it here, was breaking down. I was trying to get that pop, but came down just a little bit, and then it just ramped up. Never gave me the full breakdown. That's why I was trying to see if I could get square to push, but I didn't wait for confirmation, which is fine. I think my battery's going dead. And this is what I say about here's CNBC talking about Levi surging. Let me go see this. And this is what kills me. It's not surging nowhere. It's trading within its damn range I said it was going to trade. Nothing. Until you hold this range, I don't see it happening. Not touching it. Apple. All right, Apple. Like I told you guys, once we take out that low, you get that pull right into the support area. Right into it. Look at it. See how easy that is. We're in the downwards channel. I told you guys there's really no long into this until we can break this out. Start cleaning this up because I'm getting too much stuff and this will get me confused. Remove. Remove. Yep. So lads, I'm pretty sure you know those are the ones that you play on Fat Minutes. I'm pretty sure you should. I already know you should know that because I think you was in AJ room too, right? Yeah, you was in AJ room with me, so you know them all. Yep. Natural gas, yet. Got it. So Les, are you still with AJ? Are you with Spartan? Who are you with, or do you just trade on your own now? Mm-hmm. It's trying to hold it right now. And look at this, Les. Isn't this crazy? Look at when we're pulling back on this. Isn't that crazy? You're with AJ or Les? Bum, bum. Right into it. See if we can start taking these levels out. Oh, you just... No, I'm not a room. Oh my goodness. So there it goes, guys. Pull. You got to get out of this channel. Once you break out this channel, you can push higher. Coach Todd, how's it going? And then you can go from there. So pretty much, so far so good this morning, guys. It's just been a pretty much chill morning. I want to see if this market is going to rip people face off, because I know what people are probably thinking. We're at a high. They're going to try to short this market back down. To me personally, this is all a healthy pullback. If I am correct and this thing breaks out of this channel, it's going to tear some people faces off. Right into that resistance. Apple needs to take these levels out to get back up. Love to see it reclaim this level. Take out that trend, and then we can see if we can start curling things across the board. Rejected. Now, probably come right back down, test those levels again, or go lower. Hold on, guys. Let me just put this on mute real quick. I'm getting a phone call. I'm still here. Just putting it on mute. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. I was trying to walk y'all, let y'all see what I was seeing, but it's trying to break out, couldn't break out, got rejected at its trend level, pulled back right into support, couldn't hold the support. Now it's trying to pull back just a tad bit more. Let's see if we can adjust these levels to get some pretty good. Yeah, so far that's all we have. We really can't do anything. It's been violated now. To me, that level does not count anymore. And then if I start seeing another one I can draw off of it, I would draw it, but it has to show itself first. So nice pullback here. Still can't come out of this channel. Rejected. So that's why I tell you guys, you have to wait for that confirmation, right? So even if you got this confirmation, did close here above it, the minute you got one close below it, you have to get out. So that would be your out area. Don't risk this pull here. Or like I always tell you guys can risk this trend right here, which is a trend I drew. Once that breaks, you have to get out. Who cares if it pops? Just reassess the trade and then get back in. But still small or minor scratch if you try to take it off of this candle. Just another sign, just shows you that not every trading style is 100%. This is a perfect example. Normally we'll take it right off this candlestick, the next candlestick would take the trade. This one pretty much failed, but you respect your stops and you get out. This is why we say there's no trading style that's 100%. Hey Ryan, isn't it pretty neat how it works out? I think it's pretty neat. And I'm pretty simple, guys. You can see I don't this is it. Yeah, Kwame, I was on the phone, so I had to put mute. That was when I played football when I was like I want to say 7 or 6, whatever it was. That was my little league coach who just gave me a call, so I had to pick that up. He always checks on me from time to time, and I'm always good to hear from him. So that's why I had to pick it up. So we'll take that off. Violated. Still pulling. Still don't see it. Even if we tried it here, it's still too tight. Let's see. This is why I didn't even want to try it. Let's see if we can pull back, give us some kind of bounce, and then we can try to see if we can get a trend level off of it. So again, guys, listen, this is just me having fun. Again, free day. I tried to take a fun trade that didn't work, which was that square calls on the option side. It was just me playing around. Other than that, this is just a free day. I'm just having fun today, guys. Talking. I'm pretty sure I'm going to crash later on today. Because I am streaming tired. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is this little red spot on my screen, but it might be one of these candlesticks. Yep, right there. There you go. So low. So again, here it goes, right? It's kind of giving it to us again, but to me, you just have to wait until it takes these levels out. That resistance level is just too strong. Watch it. Here it goes again, right? It's starting to give you a little something here. Now, if you was trying to, I still say wait for that break. This is too much resistance. Wait for the break, and then your risk would be just below that candlestick. To try to bounce this back, get a trend reversal. This is you nibble, guys. This is very important what I'm about to say, right? If you traded options, let's just say you wanted to do lotto today, and you wanted to trade, your full size is 10 contracts, right? Well, start off with probably 2 contracts. Stick your toe in the water, test it out. Don't put your whole foot in it just yet. Nibble. This is how you protect yourself. If a trade goes against you, you don't get hurt, right? So you can nibble. This would be a nibble. If it goes against you, just get out, right? If it goes against you, goes with you, give it some room. As you see, you're becoming profitable, you can start adding into the position on the pullback, and then that's how you go full size. But if the trade is falling against you, some people average down. Me personally, I no longer do that. That's how I blew up several accounts, averaging down, and then next thing you know it, I'm blowing up our account. I don't average down anymore because sometimes you just might not get the bounce. I would rather wait for the bounce, which I found is more profitable for me, is waiting for the bounce. Once the bounce happens, I can manage the trade from there. Before, what I used to do, if this was pulling against me, it'll come here, average down, it'll bounce, it don't hit my average level, and then it'll come back down, I'll average into it again, and then my average level come about right here, and then it don't, listen, I was just losing money. Where if I was just killed the trade up here, took a small hit, waited for all this to happen, got back in, and once it started bouncing, I can recover the small hit I took here. To me, that makes more sense, but that averaging down does not work for me. So if you guys have a different style when it comes to averaging down, please share it with me. I will back test it and see what works and how it works and see if I like it. I'm always willing to learn, but I have not found a good strategy for averaging down, so I don't do it. So here it is, weak bounce, couldn't take it out. Again, your stop should have been right over here, so it's still a good trade until you take out that level, or you can leave it to this trend, whichever. But to me personally, I told you guys, until I start seeing some of these other tickers I watch breaking down, this is all a scalp. You're trying to get scalps into these. Not worth it right now. You're fighting this trend, still haven't broke out. So we violated it here. We violated it here. So this is starting to tell me this trend right here, it's not correctly put on my chart. So let me clean it up. We'll take that off. Let's fix that up a little bit to make it more, because we're getting false breakouts. So when I start seeing that, I start adjusting things a little bit. All right, see how it's nothing breaking it now? So for me, because we came here, we tested it, it faked us out. It tried it again, it faked us out. I pushed it out just a tad bit more to give it more room, so we're not commission burning. Is what's going to happen. You're going to start over trading, trying to nail this on fake out. So adjust your levels, respect it, see what's going on in the chart. They're faking us out on these trend breaks, so let's not keep trying to go in and out of trades. Protect yourself.
Content, you know, hopefully if it does.
Nothing is showing strength, guys. So it is holding the trend, but again, this has faked us out a couple times, because if you guys was trying to bounce it, it was not working. Extend that, let it really shows you what it is. But if you guys take it here, what is this risk here? 25. Let's just say 25. I don't like this type of risk. I'll probably keep it here tight. You can take it here off this trend, and then now see if you can pop it, and then your risk will be right here. That's what I would probably do. That would be my risk. Right there. Take it here, risk here. Yeah. And I think it's starting to form a range here, guys. But like everything else is still pulling. It's no. Oof. Did you guys look at SPY? Dump fest.
by itself.
SPY gave up all his profits from yesterday. That huge run is just gave it all up. Still extended, still extended. So
Yeah, this is the
I know who I haven't checked up on today. Did Nike bounce or is it still getting hit off those earnings? Nothing. I gotta stay away.
price increase.
Nothing.
That's enough. Pricing. Last 2 or 3 pricing right. Price increases. It's not a problem. If they put the price.
Another one I'm happy I stayed away from.
Initial point about the amount of they're spending on original versus everybody else. The instant cash funds that out their competitors. Doesn't seem as team. That's an definitely the
You know, I want to take a long-term position on that FedEx, but I want it to come down some. I want FedEx to come down some more. I want to take a long-term position on it. But it's not down enough for me to take it. I can visit you. All right, guys. Apple pulled. Held that level, drew up, actually pulled right into it. So Ryan, as you can see how I get my levels, you see how I did my risk. It's just basically the same thing. I just did it with this trim right here. So pulled right into it. It's holding it. I'm trying to see if we can start creating some kind of range here. So you can just be a bottom of a range, and then it can be trading with. If you do that, you can buy the bottom of the range, see if you can pop the top of the range. Is what I'm looking at on this right now. Let's get it going. Oh, SPY. Oof. I should have grabbed puts on it. I didn't think this market would have sold off this much today. Ouch.
I'm really excited to become a more
See what else we got. Square coming back down. I will add it to this position if I can get it back down to 73 again. And then sell off on the top again. See if we can get that. If I can get the 7-3 area, I will add into my square swing again and then sell some off again at the top. And I'll show you guys why I keep doing that. Let's go. I think 30-minute time frame, you can probably see it. I'm sorry. So look what happens. Every time it comes within this level, it gets bought up, gets bought up, gets bought up. So if it comes into this level again, and I would do exactly what I keep doing with the square position on my swing is add into it. Once it pops up here, sell into it again, and then let the rest play out. Just like I'm doing with this position now. I have remainder on this position. If it comes back down, I'll add into it within these levels and then see if I can get it to wrap up again. We'll see. Apple can hold that level. That's pulling back. So you guys look at the big picture. Apple came back and testing the breakout. I don't like that it gave it all up. I would like it for it to hold this level. Let's see how this plays out around here. If it does break this, this has room in 192.55. Let me see something.
That proved to be a top. Right.
192.55.
Formation interest that's
not worth it. They are buying those 192.50s up for today's lotto puts on Apple. I don't think if they get it, they'll get it if this level breaks. That's interesting. Interesting. Nah, I'm not do that. Too hard of a takedown. I wouldn't do it. That's gonna be too hard of a takedown. You're asking for too much for that. Move this one. Let's see what happens here. Still no longs. Nothing's bouncing. Everything's still coming down. I wouldn't touch anything long yet. It's a hard one. I mean, low risk, but extremely hard bounce here. Hey, team, how's it going? Yeah, I'm still up. All right, testing key levels. Let's see what happens. This is getting pretty interesting on this Apple. If the bottom is out on Apple, what you would have to do, Ryan, is you got to flip. I'm not sure how long you want to hold it. Let's say if you wanted to do weekly contracts, let's go see what they cost. This is when you go look at some weekly contracts. Like right now, if you wanted to grab some weekly contracts, come on, hurry up. Let's say weekly. It's pulling up right now. Where's the money flowing in at? Let's do some calls. What is this? 195.17. So like if you wanted to play some weekly contracts, so for the 322s, right, they're like 52 bucks. Great volume, great open interest. You can probably grab the 195s and risk it from down here. So let's just say, just to show you, I'll just do one just for the heck of it with you guys. And let's see what that can turn out. So I'm going to risk like 60 bucks. I'll just do one on this Apple and we'll take that into next week. And let's see what we can get out of that. So that'll be, oh, I'm sorry guys. I just screwed up and got 322s. Shit. That was a mistake. Fuck it. I'll leave it. That was a mistake. Anyway. So let's just say a weekly contract. You do the 200s. I wouldn't do that one. Trying to see what a good flow of money is coming in at. So I would probably do like, say for instance, if I wanted to swing this, I'll probably take a 2-week swing to the April 5th. And if I was to buy it down here, I'll buy the 202.50 contracts. Has a 24 cents delta. The gamma is 2 cents, not too bad, but the theta is just a little too high. You'll lose 11 cents on the day. I just don't like that theta. So all the thetas for some reason are pretty high, and I'm pretty sure they're jacked up because you have that event coming in. See, I wouldn't even do those 4 or 5s. 418, 412. Yeah, so like I'm looking around, this is what I'm saying, and this is what I try to find deals on. If you're looking at it, right, even with this pull that happened today, these contracts only down like 16 cents, 15 cents. I don't see a huge advantage on anything yet. Let's see if we go further out. Let's go to a swing for a couple months. Let's see what June has. And I wouldn't go that far out because we don't know if we're going to push towards that 20 spot. Nope. So like Apple, there's nothing like to me right now worth taking on a swing contract wise because of the theta and stuff. It's Apple. Let me close that one. If this bottom broke, I meant to grab it for next week, but it was lottos. If this bottom breaks, I'm gonna kill that because I don't have it for next week. I'm not even gonna risk it. I should kill it now. That was a mistake on that order. I thought I was on next week's on. So you're trying to take that down more, Ryan? What's the volume? Look at the volume and the open interest on that. Watching this Apple real quick, because of that mistake I made on that entry, on that I end up getting some lotto calls. I thought it was a swing for next week, so I kind of screwed up on that entry. So just let me watch this. If this level breaks, I will take the rest of my position off. I'm not going to risk that. We'll see what happens. I can't believe I just did that. Watching this level, now flip over. Let me just watch this real quick. It's probably gonna break. There it goes, break. Just got stopped out. Which is fine. Let's go look at that real quick, Ryan. Yeah, I'm still in those apples. I'm not worried about those. I trimmed those positions I was taking off. But that was, I meant to just show you guys how the contracts can grow if you took it. I was trying to take it for next week just to show you guys one contract, but I freaking did what's the name. See that it just popped up on this laptop right here showing me that it was executed, my stop limit. So let's see if that amounts. That's fine. But let's go back to you. SPY 183.50 puts is what you wanted to look at. Trust me, I'm gonna get that now. I don't like the fact that I just did that stupid mistake. SPY. I was looking at SPY 183.50 puts for 30 cents yesterday. They are now. Oh, okay. You were saying you was looking at it. Okay. I thought you was trying to get into them now. Apple, I want you now. See if I can get a lotto on you. Lex. She probably need to be walked. 279. This thing is dropping. Oof. Damn, things flip as well. Let's go to Apple. Come on. And remember that Apple event is coming up next week, if I'm not mistaken, on Apple. Go. Doesn't make sense. Not much of a difference. Still not big. See if I can nail you to the upside. Dude, futures gave up all of their gains from yesterday. That is wild. The S&P 500 gave up all his gains. NASDAQ is about to give up all his gains from yesterday. This is just crazy. Well, but hope people took some profits off that run yesterday. Crazy not to have. Oof. Still on here. It's about to be 12 o'clock. Come on, Square. What I'm waiting on, I'm honestly just seeing if Square can keep coming down and get a trend reverse. I want to add into that swing again. That's been paying me pretty good. Damn, we should have took those. I didn't think it was gonna break it, and it did break it. See what they're worth now. Seeing them at 30 cents, still only up 20 cents from when we last seen them. 30 cents now, that's 100% return. Ow. Ow. I know, 30. You looking at it too, Laz? You see it too, huh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. That's what I'm saying. 33% already. Yeah, we're seeing the same thing. Wow. Less than 60. Thanks. As we continue to see the try 5 points. Let's get to the halftime. Straight sell off. No, I'm good. I ain't really adding on nothing. We're still up. Not worried about anything. I just was trying to show them something on Apple. Restaurant that took the lottos today by mistake on Apple. You know how sometimes when you click the date, expiration date, and then when you think it goes through, it don't go through. It didn't go through. It stayed on today's. So when I clicked the contract, it was executed on lottos for today. Yeah, so I killed it right away.
Signaling now, if you stay converted, you will get a response. Thanks, just simply. However, I would ask.
Think Square gonna come all the way down like I wanted to. I want that Square to add, cause all that money that was piling in down in the 80s. I know I still ain't eat. I'm starving. Hey, Les, no, you good. Listen, I keep telling you, this is like me just having someone to talk to. Listen, I'm happy that you come in here and talk with me. Yep, Delta, Theta, Vega. Yep, that's what you look at. I look. You don't look at the gamma. There's. All right, futures are starting to pop here. Everything's just super extended. There's no way to avoid that. Oh, whoa. You just chewed me out the other day for drinking one of those little juices, and you run upstairs and go grab one. Mostly delta and theta? Yeah.
Because of what's going on with global central, yields that have been negative or just around zero for seemingly now. Bond market is Trump getting it wrong. He might be right, but maybe need to work.
Difficult for investors. The bond market historical as far as being able to enter.
Anytime this market fall off, they so quick to call out recession and all this other stuff. They go right into panic mode.
Think about it in terms of months we talked about this in the group. There is a clear sentiment coming out of.
So you don't just do straight outright calls and puts, Les. You do verticals, butterflies, and all that other stuff with your option contracts.
I think the Fed is acknowledging.
BlackRock's global CIO, their bond king, joins us now by the phone. Rick, it's good to talk to you today.
Thanks, Scott. Good to talk to you.
Okay, so it's not version in a traditional sense, but nonetheless, how concerning is it to you?
I think Josh described it right. I think it's a piece of news. I don't think it is.
I want to just play some lottos on this.
There's demand for the back end of the
I just don't like the see what SPY's lottos looking like.
So I think there's, but I do think that there's something really important around it. I think there is a demand for bonds.
What is SPY trading at? 280. Can we get it back to about 281? What are the 281s looking like? 30 cents.
Asymmetric in terms of their perspective. They're not going to raise, and if it's soft, they're actually move lower. So bonds work on a portfolio. And quite frankly, they're not enough bonds in the world. You see this in this is where Japan is, where chasing. So I think there are a bunch of technicals. I think rates work really well in a portfolio. That's why you're seeing this demand come in. And listen, we think particularly front to belly of the curve, the 5-year point, it carries extremely well in a portfolio if the Fed starts to move you in terms of your portfolios. Anyway, I think it is. But I don't think necessarily the bond market telling an ominous sign. I think they're technicals, and I think they work really well to hedge a portfolio today.
But if Japan's outlook is weaker for the first time, economic numbers horrible. And if growth, GDP now from the New York Fed for the coming quarter is 1.7, economy's working. We'll think, Rick.
So I'd say a couple of things. By the way, I think everything you say is right, except for I also think when you look at the data that came out of the U.S. today, you break it down into manufacturing service, you see something that's quite real. You see manufacturing that is slow. You see trade data that is clearly slowing. Now, we got to keep in mind.
If you guys see, I'm just searching for contracts. I'm trying to see if I can find some swings on this pullback today, but I'm not finding anything interesting.
Asian data particularly,
That's actually what I'm looking for.
Soft. that is something we're watching, and could it affect the U.S. for sure? But listen, I think we are slowing closer to potential under potential. An economy that grows at potential at 2%. I do think we're slowing, and I do think we're going to slow into the mid ones or so. By the way, I don't think that's a devastating dynamic after you had significant last year.
I understand. Ask the questions if you ask as to whether the Fed has already made a terrible policy mistake by hiking all along the way, realizing the amount that the globe was slowing. They hiked in tariff trade war that they fully understand the impacts of, and maybe they killed what was the economy. And I'm not the only one suggesting that. Hello, President Trump.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it was, and I think the chair has been pretty clear about we are liable to make mistakes. I think the economy, I think we called it, I think on your show we talked about it, that rates should start to come down and that we have a dynamic. It shouldn't be tightening into a global slowing economy. Certainly, economy as we see it in housing, see in parts of the auto data, some of the manufacturing. I don't think they should have done the December, but I don't think that was necessarily at the crux of an economy that is moderate off of what was a tremendous tailwind of fiscal. I think the economy should be closer to potential or just under potential. So I wouldn't put it on the Fed, but I do think that move in December wasn't right. And by the way, I think what they're doing now is 100% right.
Yeah, but what they're doing now is an admittance by the Fed that they're so wrong. Look how much they've paid in such a relatively short time, and now this week they did a double down.
Yeah, no, I think the point you make is fair. I think the December wasn't right. Quite frankly, I'm pretty surprised at how fast they pivoted, and clearly financial conditions were under pressure and have deteriorated. But by the way, I thought that was starting in October, November.
Okay, so you do equity as well as?
Aggressive at this point in terms
That's what's up.
of,
Yeah, I mostly do. Well, I do both, but I'm mostly more on the option side. It's just I like holding positions longer term because of how I chart.
I think that's what they're going to do.
And I try to hit my target points. And with options, it seems like you can do that with less risk overnight when you do straight calls and puts, because you know your max loss on that trade if it does go against you.
I don't think they've necessarily. Jury's still out. And by the way, the Fed really is still selling and selling their portfolio. They've got
almost did it again. I was looking at a square bounce Lexus. It did almost did it again. I don't know why. I got to restart my system.
That's the most important message I've heard of.
So I asked Gunlock this morning. Stay with me, please. Asked Gunlock this morning as to whether the Fed has already made a policy mistake. The same question I asked. It says, well, the German 10-year negative yield again, so one should think about the economy and everything to some of the points that are made here. Except
yeah, I don't know. I might have to look into that vertical. Would you say the verticals are pretty hard or pretty easy, Baz? I never did verticals. I've always just did straight calls and puts.
For the rest of the world. So what has happened is we have inflation from the rest of the world. Now, the Federal Reserve is out there. They're fighting against it. That is the reason for the dramatic pivot. I think for the investors watching the show, the realization comes back once again that this is not just about equities. This is not just about momentum and growth stocks. This is about a portfolio. Look at the last 12 months. REITs, utilities, best performing asset classes. To Rick's point, the municipal bonds are right now where Q3. So there's opportunity in the portfolio, and I think that's what's going on now. The Federal Reserve is out there and fighting importation of deflation from the rest of the world, and that's what's going on, Rick.
I think that's right. I think the Fed has a multitude of tools at disposal. People miss. You can move interest rates a couple hundred basis points. You can do more QE. People say they can't do more QE. The Fed's balance sheet, 20% of GDP. It's 40% in Europe. It's 100% in Japan. The Fed has a lot more room.
So, guys, I know I'm extremely quiet. People probably dropping off like, he's not doing anything today. So what I'm doing now is, if you start flipping around, right, you got to think about where contracts are just coming from. These pullbacks, some of these contracts are getting nailed. Like I'm looking at some of these square contracts that I'm looking at to hold. Just to the 329, some of these positions are down $1.21. So I'm just trying to get a deal on some of these. If we do bounce, I can get a nice little bounce scalp on them. It's basically what I'm doing. So that's why I'm quiet and I'm flipping through all these contracts right now. I'm just trying to find some deals out here on this pullback and see what I can get into.
Stimulus into their economy, and what's come up.
Okay, vertical helps. Yeah, see, I gotta get into that.
So to me, that's sort of like presages what could happen here. I just don't believe any stimulus in the U.S. growth. I think it's just a question. Have to go through the cycle. Had a 10-year expansion. The markets continue to expand while earnings are going down. That means multiple expansion as the market deserve that.
Tax cuts are going to save everything, Steve. Policies.
Right. So it's short-term.
What are we missing?
You know what it's like? It's like when they talk about kids. You keep antibiotics, and eventually they lose their effectiveness. It's the law of diminishing returns. It's economic theory. And I think we're there. Cutting rates and easing. And in Japan.
This is straight sell-off, dude.
The economy's continued to, or it's gone back down.
Always knew tax cuts were going to be a stock market story more than an economic story. It was the most foreseeable outcome you could possibly imagine when you give the vast majority of fiscal stimulus.
Since I'm not at any puts, this is like killing me right now because I didn't short the market right now.
So then you see TF bond sales go crazy for almost a decade and then accelerate.
What I probably would do is I'm probably going to come back closer to market closing. If the sell-off continues, I'm going to try to get some cheap contracts and swing it into next week. Probably pick up some weekly ones. Well, you guys know I'm probably going to add into my square. If we can get into the 73 range is what I want.
After enacting the second biggest tax cut stimulus in history, no one should be shocked with this. Rick, before I let you go, last question. Does the Fed cut in 19?
But we'll see. I still haven't ate breakfast yet, guys. I'm going to keep watching this market. Let it sell off. Oh, Ryan, today I'm just on here long distance. Actually, what time is it? Yeah, I'm on here way longer than I typically normally do. I normally do like the first hour and a half, and then I'm gone. It's just I didn't really have anything to do today, so I stayed on a little longer. I'm trying to scalp something to the long side into next week, but this sell-off just doesn't want to seem to slow down. So what I'm going to do is probably get back and check the charts out close to the market close and see if I can catch something off the bottom. I hope that answered the question. So from market open to about 10:30, 11ish, it's typically how long I stay on. But all right, guys, for me, that'll be all this morning. I'm probably going to try to get something for next week and swing it off the sell-off. I'm just going to look for a nice little pop. If I can catch a bottom on something is what I'm looking for. You already, as you can see, I have my eye on the square already. If market starts even remotely trying to turn, I'm thinking about grabbing something. Their contracts are down significantly off this pull. So I'm just going to try to scalp something into next week and get a cheap one to see if I can get a nice little pop into one of these ranges and make a nice little return. But other than that, guys, that's it for me. We'll hit the button, Jack. I hit the like button, Jack. Hey, thanks, Les. But other than that, guys, that's all for me. Again, guys, feel free to reach out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. If you guys like what you're hearing, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, whatever. I'm just trying to have fun while I'm trading. Again, guys, I'm not the perfect person, but I try to make money every day, as you can see. I get in, I get out. We missed this total sell-off. I didn't see it coming. Wasn't part of it. I'm not going to chase it. Clearly see I'm not chasing this. I'm just watching it. But other than that, I'll wait to see if we can get some kind of trend reversal and take a scalp into next week on something. So As for now, I'm gonna head out, go grab me some lunch, and then come back closer to market hours and see if I can get in. Probably set alerts on some of these trend breaks and see if I can scout something. I'm liking the square down here, so I don't know if I'll start here or not, but I'm gonna give it some time, see what the market is doing. But that's all for me. I am actually liking this down here. Will be an okay risk. 75. What's the?
I've been a perma for the last 10 years. Curve has not been inverted and credit has been on fire. Curve inverts, that changes, but it works with a significant. And I think that's the most important thing. Yesterday the market's up 1% and everybody's going crazy because it's so good. Today it's down 1.5% and it's the low of the day and everything's horrible. And I think it's probably somewhere in the middle, Scott, where the home builders are up today generally are flat and a terrible take.
How much are you down? But I gotta get all the way up there to get you. Yep, so I'll see if I can get more of a pull on the market and then I'll go from there. But that's it for me, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your week. I'll be watching Square while I'm at lunch with my laptop and seeing if I can pick up a screen on that. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy your weekend. See you guys Monday.